an MLP fanfiction known as Friendship is Optimal. This will be a small sample of the prologue, Equestria Online. James looked skeptically at his friend David as he sat down at computer number 12. David had won the Hasbro raffle for one of 15 all-expenses-paid trips for two to Pawtucket, Rhode Island to play the first alpha build of the official My Little Pony MMO, Equestria Online. Hasbro had claimed that a game that revolved so heavily around friendship needed actual friends to test properly. "Look, I'm glad you invited me," James said as he picked up his headset, "and it's cool that I get to try something before anyone else, but I'm still not sure I really want to play a game that's so pink and purple." David scoffed. "I know you. What was that Korean MMO with the little girls you were so into? You'll be running dungeons over and over again, just like you always do with every MMO that comes out. But me?" David gave the widest smile possible. "I'm here for the ponies. We both get what we want." "But that's the thing. There's no way this can be good. This is a licensed game which has only had a single year of development," James said, shaking his head. "This has to be shovelware. You can't do good game or interaction design in such a short time, not to mention art and sound assets." "How about we make a bet?" asked David. "If the game impresses you, even just a little bit, I'll spend up to $50 buying you a copy of it, but in turn you'll have to play it for at least 3 months. "That isn't actually a bet, David," said James. "That deal mostly benefits me. What do you get out of it anyway?" "I get to play the same video game with my best friend," David said. "By the time I rolled a character in World of Warcraft, you'd already moved on to Aeon. It'd be nice to level ponies together." James looked at his friend for several moments and turned away. He quietly said, "Deal." It was a few moments before he focused on his computer. His screen had some sort of questionnaire to fill out. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite thing in the world? James wondered why they were asking all these annoying questions. His favorite food was pepper jack cheese, but there was no way that could be relevant in Equestria. He took a peek to his right at David's monitor. He didn't have a personality test and already had a pony on screen. 18 questions later, the screen faded to black. He was shown the banners for Earth, Pegasus, and Unicorn ponies, and told to choose one. When he had played World of Warcraft, he was one of his guild's tanks and also one of the alchemists who made potions for their raids. He knew he liked running about zones looking for herbs. The description of Earth ponies mentioned that they were the toughest class and that they were good with plants. David said that every piece of marketing material that had stressed Equestria Online was not a traditional MMO. There would be little, if any, combat. James didn't believe that for a moment. He clicked on the Earth pony banner. He was going to be a tank. Whatever the marketer said, if David somehow convinced him to play this pink monstrosity for real, he knew he was going to spend months of his life playing the endgame content over and over and over again until he got his epic saddle of protection. The next scene faded in on his monitor. A gray Earth pony with navy blue hair lay on a bed of straw. The pony turned his head and looked straight at him through the monitor, and the pony felt familiar. James heard David's surprised voice over his headset say, "Look at this!" A blue unicorn walked down scene. "It's me, as a pony," he said, the excited unicorn in David's voice, with perfect lip syncing. James turned away from his screen and looked at his best friend. David grinned and said, "No, look at the screen." The unicorn started making funny faces. And then James noticed that his pony had an astonished expression on his face. He raised a hand to scratch his head, and the pony raised his hoof. For the first time, James noticed that the flat panel monitor had an embedded webcam. He started making faces at the camera and his pony on screen mimicked his expression. He heard his friend laugh over his headphones. James realized why his pony felt familiar. He had said his favorite color was navy blue. The main style was similar to his hairstyle, perhaps a little longer. He realized that he was supposed to be his face, modified extensively. Intro music and accompanying graphics put together by Annanychus and Regex Rationalist. And remember, please like, favorite, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you'd like me, Wolvenreign, to read next. You've been listening to Wolven Reads. Good night.